So in the military, I was a pilot. I flew the AWACS. One day on a mission, had a little mishap and I hit my head real hard. Woke up a couple hours later in the back with a brain injury, and I was lost.
Craig and I have been friends since our freshman year at the Air Force Academy. We went to pilot training together, we played lacrosse together, and then he had an injury that gave him epilepsy.
I went from flying a $300 million jet overnight to my wife driving me to work, and it was a challenge. And it was one of the hardest things I had to do, because the one thing that I was getting good at and I really worked hard to become was taken away from me by no fault of my own. I really had a lot of trouble, recovering from that. My wife saw it, and she bought me a bike, and she said, "Ride your bike to work."
And as Craig started to get better, we started to talk about how we could apply this to more veterans, specifically wounded veterans, because it was a brain injury that he had, and that's how the Road Warrior Foundation started. On paper, Road Warrior Foundation provides adventure therapy to wounded veterans. In the real world, we're a community. We're a community that watches out for one another. Our veterans, when they get involved in this community, they want to help more veterans. They want to learn how to help this community and this organization more and just go improve people's lives.
I mean, as a veteran and having the opportunity to be able to connect with other veterans is super important to me, for healing and therapy and everything else like that. And just adventure alone, it releases those endorphins in your brain, and it's just like, I just want to do it. I want to get out there and have fun, do something different, get out of my house, get off the couch. It's so helpful for so many people, and I didn't realize the impact that it would have.
See, we wanted to do something that everything goes to the veterans, everything goes direct, and make sure that it was the right kind of organization to support veterans by veterans. We wanted to be the people that did that. We treat them like they're in the military again. We treat them like they're soldiers, and they respond. They respond well.
The adventure therapy that Road Warrior offers it's an experience for veterans to get out, to do things that you're not normally able to do or you don't feel like you can do. They get you out and show you that you can still do it. You still have a life. You don't have to stay inside.
Everything we take in at the Road Warrior Foundation goes directly to the veterans. There's no salaries, there's no trips, there's nothing. And when a sponsor comes to us, they're a partner. We make sure they're a brand that is supportive of what we do. We make sure that what they want to do, their goals align with ours. Quite honestly, they need to understand that what we do breathes life back into people who are having trouble finding it.
Sometimes we feel guilty about stuff, and sometimes our demons get to us and we feel like we don't deserve some things. For a little bit there, I was feeling like I didn't deserve it. Everybody on the team has made me feel welcome. That really impacted me in the way of how they do things and how they run things. We're not just doing it for ourselves, we can also pay it forward for the next riders in the future to come.
6 of our 8 riders this year were referrals from previous riders. Say, hey, this did a lot for me and it's gonna do a lot for you. So when we have our own team members endorsing what we do, and to tie that into the fact that we're all volunteer and we don't pay ourselves, so you know where your money is going toward. You can see what the money is going toward. To me, I think that's what people care about when they invest in a charity, and that's why Road Warrior Foundation has pretty strong backers.
Everybody needs family, everybody needs somebody or some people in their life that can relate to them. It's something that I've kind of drifted away from since getting out of the service, is just having that. And I've been in areas where I haven't had a lot of that around me. And getting back around these guys and these girls and like these fellow warriors, and we're like, we all relate. We've never met each other before, but we're picking up and it's like we've known each other for years.
Linking up with veterans, we understand each other. We're from a different world, and we have the ability to look outside of ourselves. We just want to do for others. We want the best, that life has to offer. So it's really amazing to link up with a like-minded individual, from different walks of life, so that we could, share and compare and grow from one another. And that's so important with linking up with veterans for sure.
Some of these guys and girls, they went to basic training, they deployed, they got hurt, they came home. and they don't get to know what our country is. They don't get to connect with the patriots and the American people that they sacrificed and served for. And you take them out on the road and you bring them to a VFW, an American Legion, an off-road park, you name it, somewhere where there's real American people for them to learn how great our country actually is, and it's powerful. That's the stuff that really, like, for me, says this is the right thing to do. This is necessary.
It shows them that they're capable of still doing a lot. To me, empowering those veterans and giving them freedom back is why we do this.
It's important to have an outlet so that you have brothers that understand you. They've been through what you've been through. It's awesome to know that somebody's always got your back.